Today is a day that I don't think I will ever forget. I spoke to several people here in Rensselaer County, and they say this is something they've never seen. I spoke to people who live in the area for 20, 30 years, and they say this storm was worse than Hurricane Irene.
Have you ever wanted to be a school bus driver? Well, you soon may be able to get your chance. A couple school districts in the capital region say they may need your help. I just spoke to Troy Fire Chief Eric McMahon, and he says at least 10 people have been displaced. I'm still here on the scene of 6th Avenue. I'm going to step out the way, paint the picture for you. And when I was talking to Chief McMahon, he says at least 27 firefighters have responded to the call. And Stalling says they want to take their nonprofit to the next level. They have already purchased this building, and the goal is to turn this property into sobriety transitional housing.
Yes, Paulina, the fireworks show has begun, and it is a party out here. I'm going to step out of the frame and show you the fireworks. Take a look at what's going on in the night sky in downtown Albany.
And yesterday, strong winds caused some damage. And as you can see over here, this tree has been completely uprooted from the ground. And if you come over this way, you can see some of these trees have fallen on top of the home. So first of all, it's hot. Second of all, it's hot. Third of all, it's...
Here's my remote, Jonathan. You take over. Yes, it is going to be hot today. Jonathan said it. Just said it right there.
All righty. Thank you, Christina.
Michael Hicks says his son McCoy Austin Daniel Hicks decided to join the Navy in 2016.
It was a happy day for us. You know, we were very proud of him.
But the Hicks family soon realized that being in the military was tough. McCoy was a part of the ceremonial guard. He did 6 to 8 funerals a day, which took a toll on him.
His first deployment was the USS Fitzgerald when the 7 sailors came back from that accident. He called us after that ceremony and was just like crying in the shower. I can't get their screams out of my head.
McCoy later was in a bicycle accident, which caused him to have a traumatic brain injury. Michael says McCoy was transferred to Washington State, where he served under a toxic command. McCoy needed help.
He was mocked and belittled and made fun of for having his ideations. He was trying to get help.
McCoy had PTSD. He ultimately took his own life in February of 2019. The Hicks family started Hicks Strong. The nonprofit gives resources to veterans. They connect veterans to therapists and pay for the sessions.
We do that because we know the care is needed, and we know that we don't want finances to be a burden to their care.
Michael says in the 2 years their organization has been around, they have helped close to 86 veterans. He says they played a crucial role in saving people's lives.
We have firsthand accounts of intervening and saving a life 5 times that I was directly involved with helping that military member stay here.
Michael says they are committed to helping any veteran who needs help. For more information, visit our website, WNYT.com. Jonathan Hunter, News Channel 13, coverage you can trust.
Well, I've seen a lot of roadblocks, but never made of cats.
Friday evening, Joshua Christman was driving with his daughter near Richmond Pond in Berkshire County when he came across at least 10 cats who were blocking the roadway.
At first, it was kind of funny until it clicked in my head that they were probably dumped. And that's when I, got off the video and called for people to help.
Joshua reached out to police and animal control. One cat even jumped in the wheel well of his car trying to get warm.
And that's when it kind of clicked to me that the cats were meowing almost like in pain. And I knew that, they were all cold. They probably had been out there for an extended time.
Joshua took matters into his own hand and went to Facebook Live to see if anybody could take some of the cats.
If anybody's willing to help, they're definitely not going to live through the storm, and most certainly will get eaten by coyotes if they stay out too long.
Joshua has 6 rescue cats himself, so he was not able to take in any more cats. Nearly 20 people came to help. The Berkshire Humane Society, along with other groups and people, came to help.
A lot of people reached out and helped, and it was fantastic.
7 of the 10 cats have been rescued and are being cared for at the Berkshire Humane Society. The Humane Society is still looking for 3 cats. They set out traps and food in the area where the cats were discovered. Stacy Carver is the manager of Animal Dreams. They are the community cat side of the Berkshire Humane Society. She is happy some of the cats have a warm place to stay.
Definitely helped me get through the night knowing that 7 were safe and warm, and the last 3, hopefully, will come out for food and we'll be able to get them as well.
The Berkshire Humane Society wants to remind the public there are services out there to help animals. Stacy says if you cannot take care of an animal, never dump them in the road, but instead reach out to a shelter or the local Humane Society. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Jonathan Hunter, News Channel 13, coverage you can trust. Well, Rachel, the deposition says a lot, and it is 680 pages. And when Bishop Hubbard heard his priests were accused of sexually abusing minors, he admits that he did not report that information to police. For the very first time, we are getting a first-hand look at the deposition. Between 1977 and 2002, former Albany Bishop Howard Hubbard said he received reports about 11 priests who were accused of sexually assaulting children. Some of the priests were sent to treatment, but then allowed to return to the ministry without the public's knowledge.
But as a lifelong Catholic, I'm horrified, but I'm not surprised.
Mary McCann is a leader with an organization called SNAP. That stands for Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests. She says many of the victims are afraid to speak up. She says if you are a victim, you can contact their organization. She adds that if you contact the Catholic Church, they may not do much.
They take the statement and then they don't really do anything about it. You think something is being done. I would call the Attorney General and file a claim. I would call the police.
On one page of the deposition, Hubbard admitted that Father David Bentley, one of the priests, was sent to a treatment facility for sexually abusing a child, but he did not contact police. Cynthia Lefebvre is an attorney representing some of the victims. She says it's clear the diocese was not protecting their children.
They were not taking the priests who were abusers, that they knew were abusers, and turning them into authorities. They were not removing them from their position as a priest.
On another page of the deposition, Hubbard admits that Father Carl Stone, who was a priest, was removed from ministry for sexually abusing a minor, but that detail was not communicated to the parish. Jeff Anderson, another attorney representing some of the victims, says it's important that the public knows what's going on. He says this also helps the victims.
Now the survivors, with whom we've been working for decades, in New York and in the Diocese of Albany, can know that they've done something to expose these dangerous practices.
And in hindsight, Bishop Hubbard says he wishes he could have done things differently. And we have the deposition on our website, WNYT.com. Reporting live in Albany tonight, I'm Jonathan Hunter, News Channel 13, coverage you can trust.